Hello YouTube. So I don't know if you've seen my Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising shorts. I don't know if you've seen that in your feed or not, but I have something to tell you, and I just wanted to ramble about stuff on the internet for a bit. So yeah, so for the longest time, I've been playing fighting games on a directional pad, or you call these controllers, your basic controllers with with the D-pad, directional pad. So what I have is the 8-bit Do Pro 2. I've burned through so many pads that I can't even count of how many pads I burned through, because fighting games, you press on the buttons really hard, mashing the inputs, doing this, especially in like KOF or something like that. So what happens is, when you mash too much of the D-pad, you know, there's a thin film rubber underneath this D-pad that reads your input, kind of like a membrane keyboard. Yeah, basically it's like a membrane keyboard, something like that. And what happens is, it will tear. Sometimes it will tear. That's what happened to my DualShock 4 controller. So I got the 8-bit Do Pro 2, and so far it hasn't break on me yet. However, you can already see that the joystick, or the analog stick, is already starting to wear down for a bit. And I don't even play a lot of games that do this in the first place. Last thing that I remember playing for that long is Elden Ring and Armored Core. Right now I'm playing Persona 3 Reloaded though. So back on the topic, what I have now is this, a hotate42 pad. You can see that, hotate pad. Yeah, so this is what we call in the fighting game community the hitbox style controller. So what I like about this is that it's pretty small, and it also has that OLED screen to it. See this OLED, and it will show you whatever buttons that you press on it. So yeah, this is a horrible video angle, whatever, I know, but you know, I got one of these, basically, is what I want to say. So why do I have one of these? Well, obviously because I want to have one, but the other thing is, I'm sick and tired of buying a new controller just because the D-pad break, and having a separate controller just for playing fighting games fixes that, I guess. But at the same time, this is a really affordable hitbox style controller, and I also bought the small version because, well, it's small and it's about the size of a stick, of a D-pad, of a controller, sorry. So you can see that, yeah, you can see that it's kind of the same. Not really, I'm angling it pretty bad here. Let me try to see if I can get a different kind of angle. I don't want to drop it. So yeah, it's kind of like this. It's a really bad demonstration, but I think it's okay. It will do for now. Yeah, it's like a bit bigger than your average controller, but yeah. And so far, okay, so here's the thing about this controller. It's from this website, the hotate42, and when it says where to buy, it will give you an AliExpress link. And I have an AliExpress link. However, I have a problem checking it out. Therefore, I didn't order from there. I just ordered like from third-party Shopee, but that's in my region. You should definitely, if you're in the United States or something like that, or Japan, just buy it from Amazon. But AliExpress is a little bit sus, but you know, some people say it's okay. I don't know. I have no experience of ordering stuff from AliExpress, and neither does anyone else that I know. So I just bought it from Shopee. I asked a friend. They said they ordered it from Shopee. Where am I from where I am? So therefore, I ordered from Shopee. Anyway, so obviously, to fix my problem of this eternally breaking controllers, there's a few other solutions, right? One of them is buying this kind of pad where it's a 3-button layout, and this, well, the thing of why I didn't buy this kind of controllers in the beginning is because if I'm going to play a game, if I'm going to buy a controller, I want that controller to be able to play not just fighting games, because a controller is already expensive. It's like 200 ringgit for one controller ish, kinda, maybe. If you're not talking about DualSense, then it's like 300 ringgit. So buying a controller specifically for one genre isn't really appealing to me, basically. And at the same time, while it does have 3 buttons, you still have to play them like this. Like you like place it somewhere and then you play like this. I just don't see the appeal of this kind of controller. I don't see it. Maybe it has a better D-pad, but me specifically, I don't have any problems with this 8-bit do one. I had problems with the DualShock 4, but I got used to it. And D-pad has never been a very accurate way of playing or putting inputs. You kind of just mash your big thumb to like play, and like, you know, you just get used to it, right, basically. So for me, it's just basically the price and what it offers doesn't really appeal. So another thing is just get an arcade stick, right? So let's just say Combat Drone 2. The cheapest one is Hori Mini, probably. Hori Mini is probably like the cheapest arcade stick that you can get. But it's a mini stick, and Hori Minis are prone to breaking as well as a arcade stick. Like, what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is a Hori Mini. Not another not so good entry type stick. Another one is probably the 8-bit do arcade. The funny thing is, already have one, but I just don't have the muscle memory of an arcade stick. I don't have the nostalgia of an arcade stick. I don't grow up in that era. It's just not what I grew up with, right? So yeah, kinda pointless to basically downgrade myself to a arcade stick, right? Kinda just nerfing myself, basically. So I saw this. Well, I basically saw this first. I saw this random arcade stick, and I have been eyeing myself on this Hitbox style controller. And I was like, well, there's basically 2 arcade sticks that I kinda want, which is the B1 Mini and whatever random arcade stick, right? But from the YouTube videos that I've seen, the B1 Mini has problems when you hot swap it, and the guy that was specifically recommending the B1 Mini was like, well, I contacted customer support, and customer support basically said F you. So it's like, oh well, okay, I guess I'm not getting the B1 Mini. And then I was like, well, this one looks nice, this random one looks nice. And then my friend said, hey, if you want a small one, get the hotate pad. And I was like, what's a hotate pad? And then here we are. We're back to square one. We got the hotate pad up in this. So another thing is probably because I'm a PC player. Why not just play it on the keyboard, right? The keyboard, right? I have a keyboard right in front of me. Why not play it on that? The answer to that question is I don't feel very comfortable playing on a keyboard. The buttons, the ASD spacebar, JUIKOLMP, and the apostrophe or whatever, comma, not very comfortable. The buttons are way too small, keycaps are way too small for me, and I know some people play with the numpad as their attack buttons, but at that point, I'm using that as my stream deck layout. I use a full-size keyboard, the numpads specifically for OBS. I'm not changing that. So this is the solution basically. Anyway, let's talk about the device itself, shall we? So it has a USB-C port up here. It has another USB-C port. Oh wait, no, that's a USB-A. This is the other USB-C port, and then it's a USB-A. So I heard that you can use a Mayflash Magic Boots to basically make this PS5 compatible. I already have a Wingman converter. However, it's not the PS5 version, it's the PS4 version. So I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it. I'll see how many locals I'm going through this year, coming year. I don't know. I really don't play any of the mainstream games such as Street Fighter or Tekken. Maybe I'm getting Tekken soon, but I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I heard that there's two ways to hook this up basically. One is just plugging it right here. You just plug it right there and then it should work, apparently. Allegedly it should work. The other way is obviously just plugging this directly to the console. So yeah, that's also the way to connect it to a PS5. So the hotate sells different sizes, not only the small ones, but there's also the big one. So why did I go with the smaller G series? S series is kind of new, and there's not a lot of listing for the S series. So I was like, I really don't know the difference between these two. This one looks a lot more bootleg as well because it's very similar to this, where the icon is downwards. So I was like, I don't know. I thought it was fake, so I didn't order it. But now I know that it's not fake and it's just a different series. So it's another way to differentiate the series. So this one uses low profile key switches, which is it uses the Kele low profile switches, while this one uses Cherry MX. So it doesn't say it uses Cherry MX, but this one uses Cherry MX. T series uses low profile as well, Kele low profile. M series uses low profile as well. Okay, so only G series uses full size switches and the hotate board, I guess. Yeah, the hotate boards uses Cherry MX as well. I think MX style switches, not Cherry MX, but they use MX style switches. So what is under here is it uses some random white switches. Yeah, it's white. It has no feedback. It's just a press. There's no tactile to it. you just press it and it just goes. So first impressions is it works. Second impressions is what the hell is going on? Oh, I'm getting turboed on these buttons. Okay. I can see that I'm getting turbo because of the OLED. Oh yeah, it also has a turbo button right here. So I got ones with the extra buttons where this is up, this is your left stick, this is your right stick, and then this is an extra up button. This one is also just a duplicate of your left stick. So I got that duplication going, duplication glitch. So yeah, so far, first impressions, playing it on the desk is okay. Playing it on the lap, however, is not very comfortable, but I can do it. I certainly can get used to playing on lap, but I'm not sure how often I'll play it on the lap. I have problems playing on the hitbox because the attack buttons, I just don't know the layout, right? I don't have the muscle memory for pressing all of these attack buttons. So right now I'm just trying to get used to the basic default layout, but later I'll see if I can switch it around, right? But it's so damn good. It just feels so good. It feels so good playing on it. It's like playing on a keyboard, but it's better. It's just a better keyboard. I don't know. It's great. I don't know. Peace out.